Hey, this is a first draft of a reflection frame, an activity that we hope helps us all remember what it is we've been learning and kind of absorb all of this and get ready for the next dose in the next week. By writing and drawing, we help the material get from our heads, maybe down inside, get together, something good happens. So let's try practicing the habit of, um, of a weekly reflection. The exercise takes, I don't know, about 30 to 40 minutes altogether. We're asking you to do it once a week. Um, you'll need a notebook with at least 4 blank pages and your favorite pen. We recommend that you do this with pen and paper rather than typing on a computer. They're just something, studies have shown, something different happens with our mind when we're actually writing with our hands as opposed to typing. Um, and to prepare for this activity, um, before you start, look over your notes from the past week, from the readings and videos that we assigned, from the live session, the lecture, the Zoom session, and the reflection, the practice activity that you received from Hannah. Kind of think back over that. You may want to have your notes open in front of you. You may want to have the assignments, the readings. You may help you to have things open in front of you. But truth is, if you've read and watched those things, if you've done the practice, if you're in the live session, what you need is already there. So I encourage you not to make too big a deal out of this. Just come to it, and most important, before you begin, get centered, get present. Don't be frantic about this. It's a reflection activity. So maybe a cup of tea. Pretend that Hannah's asking you, inviting you to take 3 breaths. Take 3 breaths. Get present, get centered. Here you have the material. You've got an open notebook. And this is the introduction video, and we'll make a separate timing video that you can use to just move you through it at a steady pace. So ready? The first page, the first page. Oh, here I got it. On the first page, we invite you to make the first spread. So this is a blank 2-page spread. So the first page is outlined in a box. And the second page has lines, so about divided into thirds. And so here on the first page, this is where we're going to spend 5 minutes making a list. So you write across the top, I saw, I heard, I experienced, and then set a timer or use our timing video and start just making a list. What excited you? What comes to mind? What was new to you? What was challenging or difficult? What seemed like it'll be useful? Think about the readings. Think about the lecture and the discussion. Think about the practice. Just keep going. Give it a full 5 minutes. If not, if you kind of run dry, give it some time. Something else will show up. And at the end of the 5 minutes, so here you just scribbled things down. At the end of the 5 minutes, take just another 30 seconds and pick 3 things and star them, asterisk them, circle, draw a box. These are the things that these are most important, or they're most interesting somehow, and I want to dive into them in more detail. So then we turn to the second page, and we have we're going to transfer. Those 3 boxes are for the 3 most important things. So we'll write the title. We're going to dive in, spend 5 minutes on each of those 3 things, and write the title across the top. And then you can choose. You can do one of 4 activities. in the 5 minutes on each topic. So maybe make a mind map where you put the main topic in the middle, and then you just kind of go like, oh, what do I associate with that? What's the most important things about that? What are the parts of that? Write those around. Those are the connected circles around that. And then you pick those one at a time and explode those. Oh, for this one of, say, the 5 things that are related to the main thing, what are the subparts of that? It's a way to kind of explore and expand and discover and dive into something. And often through this process, you find some discovery. You could draw, abstract, detailed, whatever, but again, spend some time drawing, moving your pen, holding the thing in your hand, or collage, some mix of writing and drawing. There's no prescription here. The thing is to focus your attention and explore and discover and dive in for 5 minutes. And there's one other thing we might recommend, which is to not use pen and paper at first, but to get up and move. This is something we may talk about later in class, but you could try to dance the concept. You could try to position your body in a way that feels somehow connected or representative of the thing that you're working with. Again, it's a way to let go of overthinking it, and use another medium and connect it to your body and feel the thing. And then if you do that for a minute or two, and now try to capture something through writing or drawing. Yeah, so it'll be 5 minutes each. And then third step, open to a fresh blank spread. And you don't need to make any boxes or anything, because what we're going to do is free writing. The previous activities kind of got you really immersed in these ideas, and now this activity of free writing is great for synthesizing and discovering connections. Kind of overhear yourself saying what you're thinking. If you haven't done free writing before, there's only one rule, which is don't stop. You may say like, well, I don't know what to write. So you just write, I don't know what to write. Just keep your pen moving. You might feel silly. Oh, I feel silly. But what almost everyone experiences almost every time is that at some point you get onto something and the words start to flow. And you're just surprised by the detail that's coming out of your pen. So you will free write for 10 minutes. Set a timer. Use our timing video. At the top of the first page, write "I am learning," and then just keep going. And that's the reflection frame. There is one more optional activity that I'll describe in a second, especially if you think something that you have encountered in the week might really be useful for application. But we ask you to do this each week. And we have been encouraging a tradition in this class of sharing one thing with your class and commenting on what other people have shared. And so we ask that you take one thing from this reflection activity and share it with the class, either retyping it, make a little video, talk about it, take pictures of what happened on your pages and show that. Whatever makes sense, whatever's easy and just comes out of you, you're excited to share with your class, please do.